Hey, how's it going, plant-based runner? I'm Coach Kyle, and welcome to video 1 in my 3-part series on becoming the best plant-based runner you can. And today we're going to talk about dialing in your nutrition. I'm going to walk you through some simple and actionable steps and ideas on how to hopefully improve your diet in a sustainable and healthy way. In this video, you're going to learn about why you probably don't have to worry about protein, tips on improving your overall diet as a whole, and any supplements that you may or may not need. Most of the runners I work with are busy people, and when they're looking at improving their diet, they want small little steps that don't take a lot of activation energy or total life changes to make these little improvements. But the nice thing is that with little improvements over time, they really add up. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is why you probably don't have to worry about your protein intake. And if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you've probably been asked where you get your protein from, or somebody's really suddenly been an expert on protein when they find out that you're vegan, and they're suddenly aware that you're probably not getting enough. It's important to keep in mind that if you eat enough calories throughout the day, primarily of whole food plant-based sources. We're not talking about Oreos. We're talking about legumes, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, grains. A loaf of Dave Killer's Killer bread is pretty high in protein, actually. If you use soy milk in some pancakes, there's plenty of protein in those pancakes alone. So like I said, if you're eating enough calories, you're not in a chronic calorie deficit, and it's primarily coming from whole food plant-based sources, you're probably getting enough calories, regardless of if you're somebody who runs 20 miles a week or 60 miles a week. If you're eating enough calories, you're probably getting in enough protein. So here's a couple quick, super easy and actionable ways you can improve your diet. The number one thing that I always recommend when this comes up is reducing the amount of added sugar in the things you buy at the grocery store. So if you don't know, when you look at the ingredient list on the back of an item, it's listed in how much of those individual ingredients are in that package. So if you pick up ketchup or barbecue sauce, and the first or second ingredient is high fructose corn syrup or some sort of sugar, that's not barbecue sauce, it's barbecue flavored sugar. And isn't that kind of disgusting? So what we do instead is we often buy the sugar-free, it's maybe flavored with agave or something like that. Just look at the ingredient list of some of the items, and if sugar, high fructose corn syrup is in the first 3 items on the ingredient list, we probably don't buy it. And what that does is it forces you to buy nicer, higher quality condiments. Now, the next way that you can really reduce your frustration, your eating out, save some money, save some energy, is food prep. And if you want to get in on this, check out the link in the description below. There is a totally free weekly vegan meal plan that I send out, and it's 10 recipes. They're typically fairly easy to make, fairly easy to food prep. And how my wife and I do this with our kind of meal prep is that before we go get groceries, we'll make a list, and often it's straight out of this weekly meal plan. And we'll make a list of recipes we want to make over the next 4 or 7 days, and we buy the ingredients specifically for those recipes, and then we have a little chart on the fridge where we wrote out what we have. Number one rule of meal prep is, if you're making something for dinner or something for breakfast, make some extra. If you don't make 2 salads, make 4. And that way you're good to go for next time. And what this does is it reduces the chances of you not knowing what to eat for dinner, and so you order out or you throw something really unhealthy together. So again, like I said, if you want in on that totally free vegan meal plan, check out the link below in the description of this video. All right, cool, that was good. So action steps, 4 action steps for you. Number 1, record what you eat for a week or 2. I just use a spreadsheet. You can use a journal, for example. Record what you eat so you just have an easy to view picture of what you're eating. Action step number 2, go into your fridge, into your cupboard, into your pantry. Look at some of the items you have. Look at that ingredient list and see what are some things that have added sugar, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup in the first 3 ingredients on the ingredient list, and think about, okay, could I buy low sugar, no sugar ketchup, barbecue sauce, peanut butter? Again, those are easy changes you can make to improve your diet. Number 3, go to the link below in the description of this video. Check out that totally free vegan meal plan. Get in on that. I promise you'll find some recipes that you're gonna enjoy eating. And the 4th action step for you is to maybe do this now, maybe do it in a few days, but go to the 2nd video in this series where I talk about running. A couple quick, easy, actionable ways that you can improve your running in big ways. So I hope to see you there. And like I said, I'm Coach Kyle. I work with plant-based runners all over the world, optimizing their diet, their strength work, their nutrition, bringing it all together with great accountability and motivation, and sprinkling in some gratitude practice, yoga, and mindfulness as well. So if that sounds like your jam, you can skip the next video, go to that application form at my website, kylecrans.com/PBR coaching, and I look forward to talking with you.